All right, I haven't been on this app much, and I said I'd get back on here in a couple of days, but I just can't deal with people. Anyway, another big event that's getting ready to happen. I talked about Uranus moving in April into Gemini. We have something else moving, and this is more generational. So on January 26th, 2026, we have Neptune, the planet Neptune, finally stationing permanently in Aries well into the year 2039. When I say generational, usually it's Pluto that is the generational planet, but Neptune moves every 14 to 16 years, so it does take on the generations. So what is this all going to mean? Well, first let me explain. It takes Neptune 165 years to travel through the entire belt of the zodiac. And right now, Neptune is retrograding back into Pisces. Okay, it's finishing what it has to finish up before it moves on. Now, it's been retrograding since October of 2025. Now, the last time Neptune was in Aries was between 1861 and 1875. What did we have going on then? A little bit before my time, Civil War. It was the Civil War. So this is a generational and slow-moving transit. You will not feel it right away, okay? It will build up, okay? And this brings the energies full circle, and it's like a new slate is here. The slate is wiped clean, and we start again. This will bring a time of individualism. It's spiritual idealism. It's matters that are going to require bold action. Please remember, we are moving from the watery fantasy world of Pisces into the Aryan world of Aries. Now, this brings the energies, I said that already. In many ways, this is a shift in the spiritual collective and how souls begin to self-discover themselves and self-discover their own spirituality. Now, the fiery energies of Aries are watered down here with Neptune. It's always a gimme. They're always going to be watered down when it's a fire sign is in a water planet. Now, normally I would say that all souls that are born with this placement are gonna blah, 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 blah. But unless you're over 165 years old, the only souls walking around at this moment, and at this point, they're maybe just beginning to walk. The only souls right now with this placement are all of those little babies that were born between March 30th, 2025 and October 22nd, 2025. They have the Neptune in Aries placement. Otherwise, no other souls are walking around on this planet with that placement as of yet. The souls that are born with this placement are going to be more, they're going to be your natural born sensitives in a lot of ways, okay? These kids are going to be able to feel things that other people around them cannot feel. What else can I say? Hold on. All right, so I did say the souls born with this placement will become sensitives. There's going to be a lot of creativity enhanced here. This also, whenever there's a positive, there is a negative, okay? So I'm not saying that this is going to happen to everyone with this placement, but this can also bring issues when you have Neptune in Aries. Aries is the mind. It rules the brain, rules the head. This is where there could be issues with concentration and like sleepiness. And in a more negative aspect, this is drugs and alcohol abuse, okay? This placement is also where you have the natural born water athlete. Think of that Phelps guy who won the Olympics many years ago. An oceanic explorer, a movie producer, or even an actor. Those are a lot of the placements and energies that this placement does have. I think I covered it. That is Neptune in Aries. So wherever you have Aries in your chart, Neptune will be visiting you for the next 14 years. Not natally, but stationed there for the next 14 to 15 years or so. That is Neptune in Aries. I'm going to continue doing these as much as I can. The only other thing I'm going to say is that like I said, we have transits taking place that haven't happened in like 14,000 years. Okay, think about that. 14,000 years. This is Atlantean energy, kind of. And what do I mean by that? I mean that Atlantis disappeared in a day. Gone. Boom. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but this is that kind of energy. We are in a paradigm shift. We are between the ages. We are between the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius. And in between those ages, there's a lot of volatility going on. There's a lot of transition and transformation. And with that does bring chaos, because the old system is fighting relentlessly to keep itself relevant, if that makes any sense. The old system is fighting to keep itself relevant in a very old Saturnian Capricornian way. And I say that because the United States of America was founded with its Pluto in Capricorn, okay? And it's just made its return 249 years later. So this country is going through major transition. The rest of the world will go through that too. But I'll get back on here because there's a couple of more things that are going to take place. The next video I'm going to cover is going to be all the transits that are going to take place that are never going to happen again in your lifetime. Now, I don't know if I made a video about this on YouTube because I get confused, and because sometimes I'm making videos just for Patreon, sometimes I'm making videos just for the general public, and that gets a little confusing. But I will be back on here to talk about the transits, but you do have two big ones hitting. Neptune moving into Aries on January 26th. And then, of course, what did I say? Uranus was moving into Gemini in April sometime. I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head. But that's it. Neptune in Aries. Bye.